There are too many empty chairs here. This school is under threat. We're in the Hungarian countryside, where there's a dramatic decrease in population. Fewer babies means fewer pupils. To keep on going, this tiny class pools age groups. Marta teaches the 1st and 3rd grade together. To save the school from closure, the Catholic Church stepped in. In the 60s, 1,400 inhabitants lived in the village. Today it's just half. The mayor invites us to share the plum-filled sweet dumplings with the children. In 2005, there were still 104 of them digging into the absolutely delicious canteen food. Today, no more than 50 children attend this school.
I would like to recall a personal memory of my childhood. 20 years ago, when I went to school, every single class had more than 10 children. But today, on average, there are usually just 6 or 7 children in each class. And actually, there's even one age group with only 3 children. And another age group is completely missing. No child at all.
And the problem is becoming even worse. 11 children will leave soon, but just 3 infants will start school. Emez also teaches a mixed-age class, grades 2 and 4. What's her method to handle this challenging situation?
The big advantage of this mixed-age class is that children get used to learning on their own, while in same-age classes they get more help, so they get less used to autonomous learning. With me, they're ready to learn on their own from an early age.
It's such beautiful countryside, but young people leave it and fewer families have children. Rural Hungary is emptying. How to reverse the trend? More jobs, better pay, a wider range of family benefits? In the nearby southern Hungarian city of Szeged, we meet the Guta family. Both work and earn a modest income. Father's an army mechanic, and mother works in university administration. They have 2 children and are among the first ones picking up a new family support scheme, launched by the government. We found a family that gets 10 million forint for making a 3rd child, thereby fulfilling their personal dream.
Jó napot! Jó napot! Jó napot! Köszönöm.
10 million forints is about 32,000 euros. Compared to the Hungarian average income level of 800 euros per month, this baby bonus seems generous, but only families planning to buy a new flat or build a house are entitled to get it. The Guta family lives in a tight 60 square meters. A 3rd child would turn the flat into quite a cramped place. To make some extra money, Gabor volunteered for missions in Afghanistan. But finally it was the new family support scheme that triggered the upcoming changes expected to change the Guta family's life.
Our dream is to own our own house with a garden, and our other dream is to give birth to a 3rd child. This new family support scheme enables us to make our dream a reality and to have a 3rd child.
The government's idea is straightforward. Promise us to make babies and you'll get money. Couples that commit to having children are eligible for the subsidies as long as they are married. Couples have 4 years to fulfill their commitment to have 1 child, 8 to have 2 children and 10 to have 3. What conditions do you have to fulfill?
There are several conditions to be met. We have to buy the building plot ourselves. We need to have a job. And furthermore, it is necessary to have contributed regularly to the social security system for a long time.
Let's go to Budapest, the capital. Family policy, such as the development of daycare places, is one of the main pillars of the ruling Fidesz party. In terms of tax allowances, 1 billion euros is channeled each year towards families. And housing support schemes for families are budgeted with a further €500 million a year. Somehow it sounds crazy. 10 million forints for 3 children? I'm wondering if this was a politically calculated decision. Why is the government of Prime Minister Orbán distributing such huge amounts of money to families? We have an appointment with Katalin Novak, the Hungarian State Secretary for the family. Officially, she pushes for a better balance of work and family obligations. But compared to other EU countries, in Hungary, few mothers with children under 6 are in employment. A 3-child policy will not necessarily change this.
You want 3 children for Hungarian families. What is the problem and what is the main solution you propose?
We've had a demographic decline now for 34 years. Our answer to our demographic challenge is not migration. We have these internal resources which we would like to focus on. In terms of money, we are spending 4% of our GDP for family support. That's more than the OECD average, which is 2.55.
The 10 million foreign package for builders and baby makers is called SKOK, which means kiss. But who will get this government kiss? Not the jobless and not the poor. The middle and upper classes will get it. Close to the Parliament, we have a chat with political analyst Peter Kreko.
The government says migrants no, babies yes. How do you explain this?
To put it in a political context, the most important rationale behind this decision for the government is to keep the core voters of the governmental side happy. For this, I think this is a very good measure. To reverse back the demographic decline, this is for sure will be insufficient.
Let's inject some serious money talk into all this. These men here are hunting down real estate offers. They are the Hungarian market leaders for real estate listings. Among them, one of the country's top experts on money markets, Peter Gergely.
10 million for 3 babies. What is the economic impact of this scheme?
The negative part is quite substantial if you don't want to have 3 children and you have to pay the higher prices for the real estate. The real estate prices went up between 10 and 20% overnight, so it's a big problem for those who cannot take the financial support from the government.
Let's enter another of those impressive Budapest old town buildings. Upstairs we plan to meet a young artist, Susanna Simon, who's stirred up a buzz on Hungarian social networks. The photographer's radically opposed to the populist Orbán government and the pro-birth subsidies it offers. Her weapons of protest are a red marker pen, her own body, and a powerful slogan: I will not give birth until the government changes. Susanna posts her political body artwork on social media, where other women sharing her feminist approach joined her. Soon, Susanna will expose photos of her action writing in a Budapest gallery.
Was ist der Hauptgrund für
What's the main reason for your protest?
People should be aware of this insulting policy, ordering us how many children we should have. Why do politicians stick their noses into this? This is our private sphere. They should not make rules about the number of children we should give birth to.
What reactions did you get?
I got a lot of reactions, both positive and negative ones, but mostly negative. Some people sent shocking photos, and I received quite a lot of hateful mails. For instance, someone wrote to me, "Your race should not give birth to any child."
Is money for children a good or bad idea? For some modest income families, it's a great deal of help, but there is a risk too for those signing up for the 10 million deal. The governmental message is clear: make babies or give the money back.